My name is Michael Kleen. I'm a local folk historian and author. I've written several books, including Paranormal Illinois, Haunting the Prairie, Tales of Coles County, Illinois, and I've read several papers at the 2007 and 2010 Conference on Illinois History. Well, I've been interested in the paranormal most of my life, ever since I was a very, very little kid. Some of the first books I read that I chose to read on my own were books about ghost stories, world's most spine-tingling true ghost stories, and little collections of just short paragraphs about all these really interesting stories around the world. Of course, everybody read Goosebumps growing up, and so those books really got me interested in the subject. But I think a lot of things sort of came together at the same time. The Burbs came out when I was a little kid. That was a great movie with Tom Hanks, where sort of a strange family moves into the neighborhood, and Tom Hanks and his friends think that they're all Satan worshipers. And so they investigate the family and try to find out, if there's something weird going on. And in the end, it turns out that there really was. And so when I was a kid, me and my friends sort of got together and tried to uncover some kind of like hidden secret layer beneath our typical suburban home. And so that really got me involved. Several close relatives died when I was a young kid. So that really got me talking about and thinking about death and my own mortality and wanting to know more about if there's something after this life. You're told that as a kid growing up that you're going to die and go to heaven, but you never really think it's going to affect you until you see people around you who are actually dead, and it really jars you and it gets you asking those questions. So I think for me personally, that's the reason that I really got interested in the subject. Well, one of my favorite books when I was in high school was Chicago Haunts by Ursula Bielski. This talked a lot about local places around Chicago, and so when I was in high school, I really wanted to go out and start visiting these places. So me and my friends would get together and we'd try to find Bachelor's Grove and things like that. But I really didn't get started writing about it till I went to Eastern Illinois University in Charleston. That county has a famous ghost story about the ghost of Pemberton Hall at Eastern Illinois University. But when I went down there, I found that there were a lot of places around the county, Airtight Bridge, St. Omer Cemetery, the Witch's Grave there, Ashmore Estates, Ragdoll Cemetery, just a whole slew of these legends that never really had been written about before. So that's how I got started. I got started in one place researching the local folklore of the area, and it really just took off from there. I think definitely that the shows like Ghost Hunters have made it a lot more popular in recent years. I remember when I was a kid, there were always shows about ghost stories and hauntings and stuff like that, but they're few and far between. I would rush home from elementary school, I remember, to watch some special on like haunted hotels and things like that. But it was only a couple times a year that they would have that. And so I think having a regular show on like Ghost Hunters, although I do have a lot of questions about the validity of what goes on in those shows, I do think that it's helped really make people more interested in the subject because they want to go out and do what they see on TV, which for a lot of cases they find out it's not quite what the way it's portrayed. So I think that it's good that it's raised interest in the subject, just like during the 90s, the X-Files really sort of raised an interest in UFOs. I think that now we're seeing more of an interest in ghost stories. But it's been a great boon for people who are interested in it before, because so many new books have come out. I know just in the past 5 years, books have come out about haunted Naperville, haunted Peoria, any place you could think of, really. People have started writing down all the legends that people have been talking about for so many years. So in that sense, it's been really great.